He's going. He's going. Make sure the car's locked. We are in the village of Neenee, near Vientiane. Does anybody know what that means? Do you know who lives down here besides this silly goat? Oh, they've got a well kept, well, short lawn. They've got a mower for sure, these guys. It's not a whippersnipper cut, but see where now and Lao's favourite cockney is. Mr. Perkins. Here he is. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Chris Perkins.
You didn't drive the car in?
No, it was the
drive.
Yeah, it looked a bit sketchy. It looked a bit sketchy. You just remember Chris Perkins? Now in Lao's favourite cockney. He's not a pom.
He's a cockney.
A bloody cockney.
Oh man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two. Love lost such a cost. Give me things that don't get lost. Like a coin that won't get lost. Rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. I want to look in my eyes and you can tell that's true.
You can build whatever you want, grow whatever you want, and live an easy life without anyone telling you how to live.
The last time we caught up with Chris, he talked about leasing land. As some of you know, Chris and his family have a farm and he's considering leasing some of the land out to anybody wishing to get away from the rat race and live a peaceful, stress-free, simple life here in Laos. So you're putting the call out to anybody, not just Lao. It could be somebody wanting to retire here.
Just retire, or just somewhere to winter over. Maybe set something up so they could be there during the winter.
Some of you guys may have missed the conversation as it was deep in the third video of the three-part series we did last time I visited Chris, and he just wanted to talk about that again and give you a bit more information on it and the price of how little you could be paying to live a nice, peaceful, stress-free life here in Laos. So that's where we pick the conversation up at now. And the video that's going up tomorrow, I did mention how you've still got the... I explained to them you've got a big parcel of land that you're farming and you're doing other things with, which we'll get to and have a look at later. The project you got going, but still got the land, looking for somebody to come long-term lease, or you know, maybe you could share some more about that. You know, how did you have many people look into it?
A few tire kickers, but that's about it. So I just left it. Basically, my thinking has evolved a little bit. What I'm thinking now is to put a fence around it, and about a parcel of maybe 2 or 3 acres, and set it up as a little eco village, so that people can set up their own little accommodation, and where the kitchen and the hangout area, and maybe the laundry and the toilets and stuff, they would be communal.
Okay.
So
they'll already be there on site there for
them? No, this is for people to build themselves. So what I'm hoping is, through people who are interested, is we get a group of people and they actually create, say, right, here's a canvas. Create your picture of what you want. And to me, there's a lot of space that people have in their normal accommodation, and to me, they just duplicate it. You know, everybody's got a washing machine, everybody's got a kitchen, everybody's got this and that and the other. What's wrong with sharing? So if you know the people, and that's the whole point, is to get people to actually work more in a community sense, because as you know, I have this view, and I suspect that the last 6 months or 7 months since I did the last one, there's even more evidence that things are coming apart, and it don't matter where you are. And the only thing that's going to save you is if you have control of your life, and the best way to have control is if you are in a community of people who are like-minded and people work cooperatively. Call it communism if you like, call it whatever name you like, but it's where people actually live like they used to, extended families, a long street where people would have parties and so on. And so I think that's what's going to help people to get through this difficult time.
Well, we seen how much control people had when COVID hit, didn't we?
That's right. None at all.
None at all. You know, they've forgotten how to feed themselves. Like, you know, and
that's what I'm trying to create, is somewhere where people could take control of their lives back. And I mean, I hear a lot about this freedom word. Well, control of your life is the ultimate in freedom. And if you can grow your own food and either build your own home or get someone local to build it for you, we've got an absolute whole load of eucalypt wood up there. People can make timber out of. There's bamboo we have. And the main thing about I really like here is there are no rules about what you build with, the design, materials, inspections. No,
you just whack it
get
up.
on. You just get on with it. You don't have to ask anybody.
6 bloody days they took to put down a polished slab, concrete walls. It's like a friggin' bunker, mate.
Yes.
You know, 6 days, and it was under $1,000 US.
Yes. To put in, if you want to use concrete blocks, it'll cost you around $2 to $3 for a square meter.
We bought 400 square blocks, and it was $49 US.
Yeah.
It was it would have been cheaper to build the whole thing in blocks than the steel I put in for the bars. You know, just to let breeze and that in. But it's, you know, it does not cost much to whack something up to have a roof over your head here at all.
And that's the thing. I reckon that with 10,000 US, you build yourself a nice pad.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it the way I'm talking about, you can do it for maybe 5,000 or 3,000 or whatever. The point is, it comes down to what you want, how fancy you want to get. And you can put up a communal kitchen. You don't have to put walls in. What's the walls for?
No.
There's no wind.
No.
You know.
You're just open plan. Yeah.
That's right. And the only place it's going to get cold where you need warmth is in the winter. It's about 6 weeks long. And you just get under a duvet. And it'll get down to maybe 6 or 7 degrees centigrade. That's it.
People have to get over the idea of wanting to own land here.
Yes.
You know, most of those people who want to own land here are virtually in the final stages of their life anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what is the point of owning it? You know, it's got to be in somebody else's name.
Yeah.
So when you die, nobody else is really getting it. You know, they're not really going to get their hands.
If you're on a long lease, then they just take over the lease.
Yeah.
Or if you want to sell the lease, you can do that too.
And if you want to move, you know, you want to travel around, stay here, you know.
That's the whole point.
You're not locked in.
No, I think of Laos, apart from a number of issues, it's the Switzerland of Asia. It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Lots of mountains.
Yeah.
It's not like Switzerland. I've been to Switzerland, so I know. I mean, in terms of rubbish and all sorts of things. But I really like Laos. It suits my temperament, and I think a lot of other people that are getting really sick and tired of the way things are going. And I mean, UK, they've got a new Prime Minister, right? And the first thing she's got to do is give out thousands of dollars per household to save them from freezing over the winter, because they can't afford all the bills. Gas, just using gas. We have a 16 kilogram gas cylinder that we filled yesterday, right? It cost 15 quid to fill it. Price in England, 50 quid. Same canister, same filling. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts. I don't know how many middlemen or whatever is in between, but if people are wondering why the power and the gas is going up, that's why. That is why. Electricity, 3.5 cents to 7 cents a kilowatt. If you only use a little bit, it's 3.5 cents a kilowatt. If you use the maximum price, 7 cents a kilowatt. It's all US dollars,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
So the idea is, if anybody's interested, get in touch with me, ask me as many questions as you want. I'm not trying to sell something that people don't want. I want people to be here and want to be here, and you'll be able to come and go. You may decide to go off for a trip. You might decide that, well, maybe we can just rent out our space. Sure, if I can find a customer, or you can find a customer, they can go, they can be there. Now, there will be some structural stuff that I will have to put in place, of course, and that will be divided up amongst the 5 or 10 sites. There's a power pole. I don't know if you remember, there's a power line.
Yeah.
So I will have to put a transformer on there to run a power line over, because there's no power up there at the moment. But in terms of water, sewage and stuff like that, not a problem. Not a problem. So if anyone's interested, get in touch. Ask me any questions you like. And before you commit to anything, spend time here.
Yeah.
A couple of
yeah.
months, 3 months, whatever.
Yeah.
And decide that yes, it's something you want to do. And as far as the lease cost is concerned, it'll be $10 a week or 1 day of work a week for us. So you don't want to do the work? Fine. It's
$10 a week.
500 a year.
To live on your land.
Yes.
They build their own dwelling.
Yes.
Why would you want to buy something here? Yeah, I was just sort of coming up with figures, driving here, wondering, what he wants, whether it be 200 or a month or whatever, 40 US a month.
It's 500 US a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a day's work a week.
Yeah. Now, I'll put a little corollary on that, is that while I'm still around and I've still got a pension to give my family, then the work is fine. When I ain't here anymore, it's going to have to be the 500, inflation adjusted and so on and so forth, because that money will be gone.
Okay, so you're going to factor that into it as inflation goes up, the price of it.
But inflation may be, 5% a year on average, something like that.
Yeah.
We're not talking 50% a year or anything stupid like that.
Yeah.
It's just so that my family can continue to pay their bills.
Right. So what sort of a time frame are you looking at this?
Getting it off the ground?
The video might be up in a week, could be a couple of weeks. Somebody might be interested now.
Get in touch.
Okay.
Basically, I'm starting from scratch now. So what I say is I'm going to need at least 5 groups of people to be absolutely interested, sign on the dotted line, and then I can start getting the prices. Well, I'll give them the prices first if there's interested. And then I can start setting the thing up so that then there's the space there.
Yeah.
They can come along and say, righto. Now they're going to have to clear the ground, obviously. There's machinery that can be hired, drivers and stuff, but we're not talking a lot of money at all.
No. As you guys have seen just from a recent video of mine putting up that man cave, labour is not much here. They'll do a lot of work in one day for
$12 a day
for bananas.
Okay.
Get in touch with Chris if you're interested in getting away from the bloody rat race. Where we're located, we're at Neenee. Is that how you say it? This is the township.
This is Hoi Kuun. The land is Neenee. If you're interested, flick me an email and I will send you a Google map location,
Yeah.
and then you can see where it is.
We're 12 kilometres from Pakistan. I said I'd be here in a couple of hours today. It took me bloody 3 hours from Vientiane. But Tarkek would be closer, isn't it, for the Friendship Bridge there? Which one would be closer?
The new bridge that they're building now, which is 20k from Pakistan
Yeah.
to Thailand, that will be finished the end of next year.
Okay. So less than an hour to cross into next year, cross into Thailand.
Yeah, I suppose it takes you about 15 minutes to get from here to Pakistan, and then
Yeah.
you're probably taking another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to where the
Yeah.
bridge is, and that's it.
And Pakistan's a good sized town. Would you call it a city?
It's about 25,000 population.
That's pretty big for Laos, actually. You can get Farang food and stuff like that in there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this village has 2,000 population.
Boy, Coon,
Yeah, it's got 400 households.
can you get bread and milk anywhere in this town, in this village?
No, you'd need to go to Pakistan.
So it would be a weekly trip to
Yeah,
Pakistan.
I mean, the thing is that right now there are no. There's one other Falang here. No, two other Falang here. Okay, so there's not a lot of catering to us.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if there's more Falang, there's going to be more catering. What you get is a lot of in the market in Pakistan. A lot of the ladies, they just get on the ferry, go across to Bungan, Thailand, and they buy the stuff they need. If there's demand, or you could go to any of them and say, "Oh, can you get this? Can you get that?" And if you're a regular customer, they'll go and get it.
It's not hard to find, you know. We can all live on Lao food, but we do need to fall back on some comfort food now and again. You do, yeah. You just crave it. Most of the time you're watching my videos, you probably think I live on Farang food, but you're not seeing when I'm not videoing, which is 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I'm living on Lao food. You know, so.
Yeah, why not?
Right, let's see what he's got down here.
This is the old man cave.
It's your man cave.
This is my man cave, and this is tidy as it gets.
Oh yeah.
So when I'm actually doing something, it's kind of... So I got a welder and a drill, and this machine, we'll talk about that in a minute, and a cut-off saw. So I get bits of steel in here and I knock stuff up and so on. This machine is brilliant. There's a big fat switch over there. This motor here is a dual motor. So this belt goes or this belt goes, right?
Okay.
So this belt goes, then this. I'll just open it up. So this is what takes husked rice, okay? And it knocks the husk and the bran off, okay? So we just chuck it in there, whizzes around, and the bran and the husk comes out here, and then the rice comes out there.
So the cut off rice.
Yeah, just a seed.
Oh, just the seed. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And this one here. This one here turns, doesn't matter what you've got, whether it's wheat or corn or rice, it turns it into flour.
Right, okay.
And that's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to take a bucket full of this and turn it into flour.
Okay.
Corn flour.
Corn flour.
Yeah. Okay.
Those little cakes that you see them making at the street food markets and that, in the little dimpled.
Yeah.
What is that? Corn flour or rice flour?
Rice flour, more likely.
Yeah, because it's very sweet. They use sometimes they put veggies in it, sometimes they put fruit in it.
Yeah. So this is called the bean machine.
The bean machine.
Right. Now the reason it's called bean machine is from a little ditty, a kid's ditty from when I was a child. It was Billy Bean built a machine to see what it could do. He made it out of sticks and stones and nuts and bolts and glue.
Okay.
So it's made out of a recycled barrel.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Steel.
Only a plastic
motor.
well secured motor there, dude.
Well secured, yeah. Well, that's going to be hopping up and down otherwise. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through here, then I'm going to show you the mechanism inside. Okay, but let's see it work first. And what I would do is I would stand probably here so you get the best view.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just chuck them all in.
Just chuck the buckets all in there. And
that just turns everything into flour, does it?
Not everything. No,
right,
no.
it'll
That's
just
no. What this machine does is it separates the husk, sorry, the cob from the kernel.
Okay, I wasn't listening. Yeah, a bad habit of that.
Okay.
Like a big popcorn shell. I want to see what. That's just belting the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah.
And anything that doesn't quite make it, you just chuck
it back in with the next batch. You got right. 1, 2, 3, just 3 out of it. Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
So you made that up yourself?
I made this exactly myself, every single bit of it.
Have you seen one before like this, or
I have to admit, I stole it from someone else.
Okay, it works.
I borrowed it.
Yeah.
Right. So we wouldn't normally use this for human food.
Okay.
So we use this for animal feed. But of course, if you wanted it to use for human feed, then you would sift out the guts.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'll take that off.
Has this one got a name?
No, because I didn't make it.
Okay.
I only put names on things I make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Corn flour.
Oh wow. Very fine. Okay. All different types of blades in there.
Yeah,
isn't there?
you got the basic blades, and then you got these flapping around in the breeze.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, and it's just there's like a filter.
Yeah, you can just pull it out like that. That's it.
Okay.
This machine was about $350, I think, $400, something like that.
Okay.
And I bought it about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just noticed how many this bloody pawpaw here.
Yeah.
Isn't that well hung?
That's one way of putting it. That is definitely. Of course, the kicker is that you see that piece of land between his wall and here.
Yeah.
It used to belong to Netza.
And when she was in Vientiane working, he basically just came and put a different fence up. Just took it. That's the same guy, right, that charged me for this bit of track to get in here $2,000. He had me over a barrel, couldn't do anything else for that little bit. Yeah.
Plus another $2,000 the backyard. He's got a lawn. He bought a lawnmower with that $2,000, I think. Because that's not whippersnipper cut. He's got a lawnmower, hasn't he?
He's got someone he hired to do that. He's doing it early today.
This is the first thing I noticed coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head out the farm, eh?
Okay,